someone is excited. Now, yesterday I was actually kind of worried with those artwork people that just constantly want to sell you their artwork. Even when they are in chat and when they are talking, like as if they're humans. But quite frankly, that is perfectly someone that, or something that someone would write as an AI model. Voll in Bayern. What? Okay. But I just wanna chill a little bit. And this is the perfect game for it. Now, I said it yesterday. I don't know. I don't know how long the new chapter is. But I'm gonna guess, just like the other ones, around 6-7 hours. Yeah, the music is just a banger. So I'm basically I want to say 2 hours that we played yesterday, so that I can split it up into 3 streams now. Tell me about yourself. No, we had this yesterday. You gotta watch. You gotta watch the VOD for this. I just wanted to. Oh no, furry. Half furry. There's another world that is completely not furry, apparently. Well, quite frankly, we have only seen one person over here that is instantly spontaneously knocked out, so yeah, kind of most furries. But also some god beings. Well, not really god, not spirits, not... They're kind of ephemeral, soul-like weird things. But they can have other forms. Like snakes. Which is just another fetish. Humans are just a fetish. Okay, so I said I'm like now yesterday I did want to stop here because it was just so chill, and now I'm like, oh wait, I don't really want to go out, it's just so chill. let me take a sippy. I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready to go out there and face the world. And the best way to do that is with a little bit of alcohol. When I already have the specific glass for it, I should use it like that, right? Quite frankly, the week really flew by. And the next stream block that we would have is then in like 6 months. I don't really like it. I really don't like it. Maybe I'm gonna find another way to do it, sure. There must be another way for me to actually get to streaming. Even if it is just like temporary solutions of like 1 day a week or what, like no, 1 night a week. But there must be something that I can arrange there. I don't want to wait another half a year to play the next chill story game. But I should have probably started out sooner with story games. Why did I wait until... When did we start? Did we start on Wednesday? Or Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm probably not gonna find a game this chill. That is a really good stream ender. I gotta see if I can actually use this or something. I think this is just such a... Like, I also really like the visuals. It's just... I don't know. It's a warm light. It has just a warm atmosphere for it. I like the colors. But... Yeah, this is like a real music for an ending point. It would be a music for a starting point as well, because it's just really warm. Okay, so there is a fade out, because last time it was cutting really abruptly. Okay, well, I guess we are ready to go out now. Oh, I can't actually... Wow, I like finally changed the plank out for a padlock. And even drew a VVHI. But the padlock does not seem particularly effective if it is open. These scribbles are called VV. They are made up of by Melalo, who sell them as protection against evil, and local peasants redraw them right on the walls of their Vado. A great way to make money. I'll make a note. And someone is there, so... Wait, I do want to know what is this way. Oh, this is this way, okay. Okay. Yeah, so this one is the other one. What did I tell you? It's just really chill. Anyways. Oh, where's the little one? Demuzio Amiro to Demuzio. Bear it or dare it. That's what the friends of the deceased moon say. And what's the right thing to do? Bear it or dare it? Both. Mr. Politician. Let the deceased moon's light guide you. I prefer to be guided by logic, not science. But you won't be happy about that. Ah, there you are again. Okay, now scram, would ya? Waffle's asleep and you'll wake her up again. We're about to turn in for the night too. Got it. Good night. Actually interesting that I could go back and have something else happen. Okay, I already thought that there's multiple ways to go, but obviously not. Sleeping sentinels are always covered in a ton of watches. In my opinion, just one watch would be enough, but as Alec would say, this is Latorian style, baby. Hello there, Kribaton. Today you are more mysterious than ever. I hope your smile bodes well for me, because I really need that. Why am I talking to a dead cat? Well, who killed the cat? Seems though that those are new interactions, so I'm gonna click everything again. Cemetery is this way. Per tradition, you can only visit it in the afternoon when the shadows lengthen. But they seem to visit at any time of the day. Lo and behold, not all traditions are honored by power. Or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. So it could be whatever. I just realized, the flat does not usually spread to where mortals live. And even though it feels like the flat reigns in the cliff house, it has always been and remains in the stream. Vanda is digging around in his greenhouse, undisturbed, while just behind the wall, under the kitchen floor, the slough was seething with a reviving corium in it. The slough and the flat aren't alike. The slough is not just timeless. It is a different reality altogether, but it's closed off now. So the good old sleeping sentinel will keep gathering dust, hedging off the forest from the trail, so that no one gets lost is its only job. Kinda sad. What's with the lyrical mood of mine, honestly? A fallen tree fully covered in mushrooms. They say that people who were traveling into the flat are able to hear mushrooms singing, but I hardly believe it. Well, mushrooms are mysterious creatures. Almost as mysterious as furry kind. Please do not disturb guests of the camp during the night. Sleeping on graves and rocky ground is tricky as it is. Fair. The tree is called the graveyard oak. It has neither leaves nor fruits, but the oak copes are fine without them. Just grows and grows away. For some reason, Bo comes to mind when I look at it. She came from a miner's camp, which is located west of Latori. I heard that some mysterious excavations are underway there. And this place is so dangerous that anyone who agrees to work there is paid at least 10,000 Danes a month. I don't know if that is a lot. And why is he thinking of Bo? Is Bo growing? Oh, the Night Watch. Yeah, that is the guard team, huh? So I'm guessing we would rather... Yeah. We would rather avoid them, but I'm guessing that the game is gonna tell me that right away as well. Nope. I can actually go there. Interesting. Well, of course, the crowd leaves a ton of garbage, as usual. They should have launched a litter pick instead of hunting me. Very true. These signs are made of metal and glass. They are pretty pricey. Everything is plastered with sale flyers about cucumbers and gardening tools. A little to the right is an invitation to a session of strengthening protection from spirits, in particular from the evil spells of the Madrook. Guys, seriously, you have a whole message board for this? This is one of the Latorian spirits, a two-headed serpent. One head is called yesterday and the other is tomorrow. Would you look at that? A sign with a rook. I have to admit, Elias plays great. Should have picked up music instead. That's exactly it. It just... I sound almost like Brilla. It's just, oh yeah, that one skill that I saw someone mastering. Oh, I should have picked it up as well. Sorry, I already knew this was probably going to happen because it is so late at night. But I'm getting cold. So I have a thicker sweater. Because obviously I have to make this as comfy as possible. Yeah, I mean, that is why I'm looking forward to this time after all, right? Because it is comfy. So I should also use my time like that. Such huge signs are too large for a Vado generator to handle. As a result, they are linked to this complicated device. Is there really nothing that I can find? I was sure that I would actually find something interesting here. Or that they would stop me from getting here in the first place. But yeah, it's completely useless. Also, I can't actually call that out at all. Hoping that everyone would have dispersed to their homes by nightfall was useless. Elias must have paid Rusko well if he went as far as to bring volunteers. I'm not sure if they are after me for real, or were hired simply to intimidate me. But I have to be careful nonetheless. Yeah, that is exactly what I said. I'm not quite sure. Is the situation so dire as he is making it out to be? Of course, Elias's Vado is guarded. How do I lure him out? I wish I could get his attention somehow. Oh, that's how I selected. Yeah, I'm remembering this. Okay, somehow. How about I'm somehow... Sharp as needle, fastened with a metal ring, smooth rod is a little sticky. They mount Rem or Sushidaro skulls on the stake. Anything with horns, basically. The thing is, the dead do not have horns. They are dehorned before burial, and the stumps are either treated with fire or sealed with special decorations. Anything works as long as the horns do not sprout after death, which by the way is practically impossible. But the Parva are scared of ghosts to the point of stupor, and that's precisely what the dead, whose horns were not cut or were poorly processed, turn into. A nice story to scare off the tourists. Oh, Rui, is that you? Who are you? Yes, it's Rui. What do you want? I'm so glad I found you before anyone else. My name is Elaine. Your camp held a festival and I happened to visit. So, where do I start? At the beginning. I don't mean to sound rude, but could you hurry up? If you intend to take me to the sentry, just say it. And if not, I'll be on my way. I don't want to be caught, you know? I wasn't going to take you anywhere. Quite the opposite. I want to help you. Well, they make him instantly look trustworthy. You know, if you make such a character design, I better hope that he betrays me. Because, from just the way that he looks, I instantly trust him. Listen, the debate this morning was simply appalling. Not only did it stray from the original topic, they never even gave you a chance to defend yourself. There was no debate. You have been made into an epitome of evil, and no one's taken your side. Don't worry. I'm almost used to it at this point. Yeah, they have never liked him much, so I'd better be going now. No, wait. I don't believe in spirits either. It's all some cheap paranormal scam. I can help you. I'm from the Iron Sycamore Singlet. Iron Sycamore Singlet. Singlet. That is... I have no idea what it is. Is a somewhat common species that roam? Nah. Singlet. What? True. I may only rank as an Avgit, but I'm still quite a formidable alchemist. Wait, why am I telling this? Avgit. Iron Sycamore Singlet. Anyway, I want to support you. In my singlet I often introduce dissertations, and I know all too well what it's like when you get hooked during a report and bombarded with counter-arguments. I often lose faith in myself and the desire to live because of such failures, but as you can see, I'm still right in front of you. Yeah. Same. Same, quite honestly. At least for now. I'll do well to learn from you, I see. Well, how do you want to support me exactly? In any way I can. I could help confront Mare's and refute his claims. It won't be easy since he knows more than he lets on, and deliberately manipulates the facts, while the townsfolk don't understand what he's talking about anyway. Or I could give a lecture on Latorian animism. We have got to rehabilitate you in the eyes of the locals. And how is that going to work? Look, it's all great and everything, but I won't survive such performance again. Which is also unlikely to end in success. You are an aspiring singletarian, and I'm a loser who failed to enroll into a singlet. Oh, it's a like a band thing in like a group from the universities. Who will listen to us? Mare's Tale is no different. He is no singletarian himself. We just need to come up with a detailed plan for a response, and that's it. Simple like scratching a horn. Of which he actually got quite impressive ones. Elaine, I really like your optimism, but I don't want any performances. Do you know why? I'll be arrested before you say a single word. No, I still think my idea is an all-around good one. Again, just have this one backstab me. Please. I don't even need to do anything. I'll do the talking. Oh, you don't need even anything. I'll do the talking. The main thing is to get the point across quickly and efficiently. It will be a no-brainer for me. Elaine, it's not... It's decided then. Find me near the Mystic stage. I'll get to reputation to save your... I'll get to reputation to save your repetition immediately. Repetition? Reputation? Both trouble and help come from unexpected directions. But is Ellen trouble or help? I wonder. Well, could I ever know? I'd prefer if he helped me with Grigi instead of launching some counter performances. That's it. He's an alchemist. I need to ask him if he can create a Grigi for me, given that he knows what a Grigi is. A kind singularity alchemist, Avgit by rank, which means he is a beginner. Elias show left Elaine with an unpleasant impression. He was outraged that I had no chance to prove my point, despite the rules of debate suggesting such an opportunity. Well, he is not the only one who misunderstands the actual point of these Mystique shows. I'm not sure if I can trust him yet, but he seems like a nice person. Exactly. Don't trust him. It's not going to work out. Of course, this guy, Elaine, scared me to death. Turns out he's on my side and even persistently try. And this one is just giving it away again. Elaine decided to prepare a response to Elias's accusations and restore my repetition. 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 Repetition? Reputation. Am I going crazy? Why is this written wrong both times? But how does repetition make sense? I don't get it. I mean, reputation. Wait, what? So, the character himself said repetition, and now he is... Okay. What a... I feel like I ran into something as planned, but I don't know if it was something clever or just why. I think this is more of a just why moment. Okay, so I mean reputation with the camp's folk. But I have little desire to participate in another performance. What's far more interesting is that Elaine is an alchemist. I'm pretty sure he'd be able to create a Grigi, given that he knows what a Grigi is. Elaine rushed to the stage. I suppose that's where I'll find him. But... I do want to know if I can ask her about it then. Tell me about... Okay. I guess not then. I was hoping that this actually had something new. By the way, there's still... something. Oh, universe list. Most of the list has been completed. Now I need to focus on the main thing, Ouija. Okay, well. Why are you looking so formal? Chat. There we go. Sorry. My phone acted up again. Okay, so I'm hoping that this goes smoothly. Oh, Rui, there you are. Let's start rehearsing. I've already sketched down a couple of points. Exordium will need quite some work though. Let's drop the Exordium stuff. I've got a better idea. Do you know what a Griechi is? Yes. Yes, of course I do. Great. What is it exactly? Technically speaking, pretty much the same thing as a Zwinchi. Griechi resonator with the flat energy, while also accumulating it. Swansea? That seems pretty much like a word. Von draußen. An outside. What? Griechi resonator with the flat energy while also accumulating it. It's a tool designed specifically for the Melalo. Hearing such statements coming from a singletarian is so weird. Why? For one, all mystiques are swindlers. It's a drastic misconception I have been fighting for years. If the Melalo are ever recognized as swindlers, chances are the alchemists will meet the same fate eventually. Like in the mortal world. Don't fret, alchemy is a legit science. You tell him. I knew it. Just as homeopathy is a legit medical course that my parents can believe in. It's such a useless discussion. To talk with them about homeopathy. They'll just take it anyways. Like, you can be right about it with every point, and they'll be like, yeah, but I'm still gonna do it. Like, okay. It's like a why do I even bother thing. And Toadskin poultices, divination cards, and hand passes over crystal ball are all nonsense for gullible fools. Melalia is just as much of a science as alchemy is. Moreover, they're quite similar. I even have a special term for them, the Mighty Sisters. I'll have you know, it was officially adopted the year before last, although no one uses it except me. You see, alchemy transmutes physical objects, while Melalia affects Shang directly. Out-of-body experience is just one of the many abilities of a Melalo, but they require the flat energy for any of this, which they accumulate via the Griechi. Okay, so Unifer then is a mystique, which by the way, is created with the help of alchemy. And that's the question. Could you create it for me? I really need one. Um, uh, if it helps you, then sure, I'll gladly help you out. Well, that was easy. Thank you. Just what I had hoped for. Some clear, straight path to victory. Bear in mind though, I can only create the material itself, but I won't be able to carve it into a fang. Well, good thing that I'm a jeweler. I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith. I'll just have to estimate which components might be required first. Okay, then empty your pockets. Every little thing counts now. Okay, here's what I got. It's a bird skull, thus it's a sample of the air element. The small bones might belong to a different animal though. I'd rather not risk misplacing the samples, so let's leave those out. Unfortunately, we are still lacking water and earth samples for a complete set. I'll leave the search to you. So much for the clear, simple path. Okay. I'm no expert, but shouldn't there be fire as well? Electricity substitutes for fire in our case. Speaking of which, here you go. This is a supremative adaptive capacitor, SAC for short. I'll have my entire focus on calculations and preparations of the tinctures. It's an essential part of the transmutation. Your objective is to prepare the elemental objects and catalysts. Lay them out on the alchemical board. You will also need to charge the sack and then hand it to me. There's a generator over there, near the scene. And now it's time for me to do my part of the job. I'm very distractible, so please don't interrupt me. Okay. I'm sure that's a great failure state. Well, this game doesn't fail you, so it honestly doesn't quite matter. It's easier to create my own Greechir than reason with Mare, even with Junie's power of conviction. But I need... Oh, by the way, yeah, I was actually yesterday when she was handing me those poison bombs. I was very surprised, but at the same time, I'm kind of sad that I don't have them in my inventory. I would have had use for some poison bombs, just randomly. But I need to collect the ingredients first. So the to-do list is figure out how to charge the supermative adaptive capacitor, charge the sack. I have to figure out how to do it and then do it. Okay, fine. That is like how I'm inflating my list as well, so that I can get rid of like 3 points when I've basically done nothing. Find a water sample and an earth sample. Alain agreed to create the material for Griechi. Great, one problem less. But we haven't found all the elements necessary for the transmutation. A couple of problems more. Alain, I need a tiny little advice on using the sack. He won't hear me. Fine. Charging the sack can't be that hard, right? I hope. It doesn't even look like it can be charged. Alain. You can do it. Try again. Guess I'll have to figure it out on my own. Sritha's tale. Nothing works out. Alain, I'm sorry, but I have no idea how to deal with this stupid thing. Yes, yes, it happens at first. You'll get the gist. I know myself and I won't. Yeah, I know myself. Damn. Oh, hello, Lazy. I heard something about you. That is our childhood friend, isn't it? I knew I'll find you here. Lazy. Wait, how? Oh, come on. I know you. You will never want to flee with your tail between your legs. Let alone from a mystique. And judging by the belligerent air about you, revenge on Mare's tail is brewing. Am I right? Eventually, but not now. I'll retaliate one day, but definitely not now. And what are you doing exactly? By the way, since I'm seeing it, they all have different horns. I'm almost. By the way, what is that? What are those non-eyelashes? Like they move with her eyes, but they are not really attached to anything close to her eyes. They all have different horns growing from them. Wouldn't that be like if they work any way that we are working as humans? Like, wouldn't they all be very conscious about how their horns look? And like kind of hide them or whatever? I could totally see this like as a, you know, as a fashion design that like, or you know, just as a general beauty standard. And what are you doing exactly? Trying to deal with this generator. And the generator doesn't have anything to do with your plan of revenge. I'm not planning any revenge. I just need to... Well, I did say I did. Like, would I eventually. I just need to charge this... What this thing is called again. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Supremative adaptive capacitor. Yes. I heard about those. Need help? Okay, that is convenient. Wow. Yes, please, I'll owe you, though I already do a lot. Here, take it. Thank you for your help. It's too early to thank me. Why didn't we go to her then, if she is like so chill about everything? I'm kind of like... But I'm warning beforehand. It takes long to charge. Oh, that is why she needs to be there. Still, the generator, what is that? Like, are we gonna take all of his electricity, or are we generating the strom, the electricity ourselves? Why would it need to take long to charge this? Fine, so be it. I also need to find something for Elaine. Which she has no idea about him. Wouldn't she be like, who? Oh, that guy over there. That is not even noticing our presence. By the way, what's with the Mountain Dew? We are still missing a couple of samples for the experiment, so I'm bound to take a walk. Well, I'll go with you, lest you fall victim to the volunteers. I'll cover you. What samples do you need? if you don't mind me asking? Do we have to sneak into the school and break into the alchemy room? As we used to as kids? That would be interesting. Haven't been there for a while. Oh no, a break-in is off limits, off the list for today. I've got enough on my plate as is. So yeah, one more misdemeanor wouldn't add up much, right? We need to find samples for the 2 missing elements. Water comes first. And that's the easiest part. I can just take a can full of puddle water. When it's the elemental samples we are talking about, we don't mean elements in their purest representation. They cannot be manipulated, let alone transmutated. But then, what should we look for? Hollow facet will do just fine. Tiny little plant which stores and filters water. It's definitely on the lake. Good thing that I'm looking at everything, so I already know everything. Okay, next is the earth sample. Also simple. Simple, yeah. Unless it's moles, mole cricket, or shrew snakes we are talking about. I'm talking about mushrooms. Take a little rowhorn, for example. It tends to grow in the soil under the fire pits. How do you know all this stuff? That is something that I would be very interested in as well. I used to be in a Pathfinder club, remember? How convenient. I suppose I do have some handy knowledge scattered about in my head. We won't find anything here, true. Lazy. Who just came out of the woodworks. Why didn't we actually see her? That would have been a perfect character to, like, perfectly fine to introduce her way before. I don't understand why she just, you know, plopped. I mean, I guess maybe they... Did they maybe add her with the last patch? And she does show up beforehand? And it's just that now that I'm continuing, they just, you know, have to... This languishing beauty is my school love. Predictable, isn't it? And she still talks with you? Huh. How weird. Very weird. Predictable, isn't it? A long time ago, I tried my best to attract her attention with my drawings. Fantasies about the flat and sorry. She liked this very much, I guess so. So we began to spend a lot of time together. But she was seeing guys who had straight fangs and didn't wear glasses. Means I had no chance. I was friend-zoned. But I've since gotten over it. Unlikely. Very unlikely. You're lying to yourself. Just... Now there's a good 0 chance. Lazy is a devoted friend. She doesn't ask any questions, tolerates my stupid antiques, and is always ready to help. Which again, if you're not together, that's not the bond that you normally have with... Nah. Not with old school romances. That's not... no. She doesn't ask any questions, tolerates my stupid antics, and is always ready to help. Sometimes I overuse our friendship, but it doesn't seem that she minds it. She's dating the sentinel of our camp, Rusko. I've always thought that this bozo is the exact type of man she would eventually see. Aha. No, like, honestly, this got a sting now. Also, she is working against him? Like, Rusko must have talked with her about this. She is gonna... Like, she is gonna betray me. Okay, so I can trust Elaine. If it is somebody betraying me, it is her. As I said, sec takes a long time to charge. Leave it be. But how does it work? A fallen tree fully covered in mushrooms. Why do I need... Why do I need fire mushrooms? Villun is in no way suitable as a sample of water. Even its young stems have too little moisture in them. Okay. So I was wrong. I was actually wrong. I thought, oh yeah, I have an exact idea what they are talking about. But I guess not after all. Goblin Cafe. Goblins are everywhere. Rilla isn't going to leave Hill Camp. You can just look at these broken wheels to understand that her water will stay here forever. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to explore yesterday again, just so that we have a feeling. My mom is in her room. I wonder what she's up to right now. I could try climbing the ladder to her, but I'll probably get spotted. A royal throne with a flowering flower print. An old fireplace. They fry meat and bake potatoes here sometimes. Gotcha. Rohorn. Truth is, I'm not intending to stay here. Good for you. You deserve a better place than this hole. I mean, I'm going to flee as soon as Elaine and I are done with something. Today night. Welp, you do have some escape experience already. Reach me once you're settled. I'll bring you your junk. So why are you staying and why are you already like smoking and drinking? What is she doing with Lasco when she is so unhappy? I don't really understand. Yes, I do have experience. Turns out running is the only thing I've been doing my entire life. What a useless individual I am. Amazing. Wow. What's with this bout of self-depreciation all of a sudden? Sorry, I'm blabbing out. Yeah, we have been talking to ourselves all evening already, so why stop now in the presence of others? Look, there's nothing useless about you. Yeah, sure. Not everyone knows what they want from life. And not everyone has as much energy as you do to look for the best place for themselves. Yeah, so they all get settled and they all specialize in something and they all have their place and they can all settle and build something up from there. And you are just floating in space, never actually holding on to anything. Just becoming lonelier and lonelier, and that lonely particle that never really fits anywhere anymore. And you're just A bunch of stacked up failures that you have produced, none of which have amounted to anything, none of which you can come back to and latch onto. I don't know. And do you know what's most important? You're not afraid of hardships. You're always on the move and never force yourself into staying where you don't like. You'll have something to remember in your grey years. I admire you, Rui, for real. I only hope that you'll always tell me about your adventures. Well, why don't you come with me then? Blink, blink. No, I have my fuckboy. You should go on an adventure too. And you? What about me? You should go on an adventure, on your own adventure too. Find a better place and all that. Where should I, an electrician, go? To a city power plant. One requires a degree for that, which I don't have. Why are you an electrician? I'm alright where I am. It honestly does not sound that way. I mean it. Fixing generators is not the only thing you're capable of. You can fix my heart. What about your attempts to draw? And not only that, you used to make stained glass windows, model in clay, write songs. You sure found what to dig up. That's embarrassing. I'm not good at any of this, and I never was. Don't give this nonsense another thought. Valvale? No, not Valvale. You're clearly unhappy. I enjoy repairing generators and helping ordinary people. I really do. I was lucky to find my place, and I know what I want. Okay. But you are our bright star, and you need to take to the skies. No, what? She makes no sense whatsoever. She is a very conflicted individual. Maybe she just hates herself. Maybe that is why she doesn't judge us. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this character that came out of nowhere. Is clearly not telling the truth. As much as my own character is not. I'm only asking you to stay in touch, that's all. And should you run into trouble, well, I'll always come to the rescue, if I can. No, I'll amount problems that nobody can save me from. Huh. Not a good time for sarcasm. Who said it's sarcasm? I can't see a thing, it's too dark. God damn it, game. I hear Brilla's voice, I won't go there. Interesting that they are constantly showing me that and then I can't move there. Ah, yeah, there we go. Great, now I have my very own supervillain portrait. I could even use it for a comic book cover. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Who made it? The name would be Night Rogue. Roscoe. Not a sentinel. No, he just wrote his name here. Resting on beach, getting a leech. What? Wait here, I'll be quick. Seriously, Rui? We're looking for those objects for your experiment here. Yeah, sure, you're right. Wait, what? Rui, I'm not going anywhere. How about this? We are retrieving all the necessary elemental objects for Elaine, and after that, We are free to go wherever we want. Okay. I've made so many more saves now. Okay, well, we are free to go anywhere we want later. We could search here. Oh. Here's the plant we need. Hollow facet. Wait. So what did I click? Looks like we're everything we... What? This is exactly where I... What did I click? Are the two symbols there? Or did the game just go like, nah, because you didn't actually ask her? I don't know. It seems weird that I clicked something else when I specifically wanted to go there because I specifically thought about this. I know I heard the name beforehand, so I was really confused beforehand. Why it suddenly has a different name from what I remembered. Looks like we have everything we need now. Time to get back to Elaine. We are wasting time. Better get back to Elaine. Yes indeed. You are our core Roscoe specialist. So tell me, what grudge does he hold against me? If only I knew. He has been acting weird lately, you know. Something's happening to him. He'd constantly vanish somewhere. He's jittery. Wouldn't allow me into his house. And he is keeping Serban with him all the time. And... oh, come on. This sounds like typical Roscoe. You have known him for some time now. Exactly, and I'm familiar with all his quirks. That's what I'm telling you. He is not himself now. What's not himself there about it? What does this mean? Exactly what... why is the game auto-scrolling? Am I overthinking things? I have no idea. It's for you to decide. You know him much better than I do. I've been wondering if it's hereditary. Milos behaved really off before he disappeared. And Serban, he's a sweet boy and I love him. But he gets mysterious beyond any measure sometimes. According to you, they have hereditary mysteriousness? Fine, whatever. Tell me about Milos and Serban instead. Was there something wrong with them? I once saw Milos by the lake. I thought he was at Vanda's. Must have consulted with him about the crops or something. But as it turned out, he hadn't even met that day. Or they hadn't even met that day. And Milos looked so... how do I put this? Lost. During his last days, before his disappearance, he would sit absolutely still on the porch and wouldn't react even when greeted. At times, he would quietly cry. And there's clearly more to Serban's story about his lost eye. Why the secretiveness if he really did simple damage in the void? Okay, so insight that I've already gotten from reading the character descriptions. And now Roscoe with his obsession of his... what obsession? With you. Maybe he just loves me more than you. If you won't love me, then I'm gonna take your boyfriend from you. He's my fuckboy now. That's that's how you get over an ex-crush. Just just fuck her boyfriend. I didn't think much of it at first. He's just jealous, end of the story. Hence all the jokes and petty remarks about you in our conversations. When he knows perfectly well there's nothing to be jealous about with you. But then I caught myself thinking that we talk about you more often than we talk about us. He'd constantly ask, "What's your business with the abandoned house?" What would urge me to keep an eye on you, to question you closely. I thought he didn't mean it. And at times he would keep repeating to himself, "Leave him alone, leave him alone." Well, I couldn't accuse him of real spirit possession, right? This is an artificial thing every mystic needs. At its core, Grigi is similar to bell rings, but aside from indicating the submersion levels in the flat, it also stores energy that mystics use to perform their out-of-body practices. And since even Alain, an alchemist from the most well-known and respectable singlet, is so sure about that, then he believes it as well. Zack is still charging. You can go give the regents to Elaine. Yeah, she looks so happy. We have all we need, let's hurry. Well, we don't. Tell me about fire. The concept of Shang fire interests me. I would like to know more about it. Sure, ask away. Does this suggest that Shang has literally the same properties as fire? Does it burn? Can it scorch? And so on. Oh no, it's just a symbol of life and passion and purpose. And all things that I do not possess. The qualities inherent in our soul. Yeah, I do not have a soul. Maybe Carium has mine. There is a notion that the great alchemical fire burned our bodies like clay and warmed our blood, turning us into mortals. The memory of the flame is within us. That is why we gravitate toward it so much. Long story short, it's merely an image. But can Melalia turn Shang into real fire? Excuse me? Only in theory. How do you imagine a mortal body with a flame suddenly flaring up inside it? This combination is disastrous, to put it mildly. So, instances of Melalo managing to pull this off are unknown to science. Well, I've heard about a cult of fire worshippers from south of Latori. They spent their entire lives with their eyes covered trying to see the sparks. I also heard about salamanders, fire spirits of local mythology that may possess the Sahaj. But it has nothing to do with science, which also means Melalia. I see. Thank you. You seem upset. On the contrary, you have no idea how relieved I just felt. A weight off my shoulders. Well, this is good. He doesn't question it at all. I began to think I've awfully disappointed you. Well, you have, but don't worry, it's not because of that. Looks like your work in Singlight is stressful. No, not at all. I love my job. I dreamed of getting into a Singlight my entire life. let alone the iron sycamore. I've been working there for 3 years and he's still a beginner, goddamn. And I still feel warm and fuzzy inside when I think about it. You're ranked as an upgrade, you say? So, in other words, a beginner? But if you have been in the Singlight for 3 years already, if one is not proactive and doesn't gush with ideas, one can remain an upgrade for years and years to come. There's this upgrade guy who has been serving coffee to the Singlight most renowned Euclasses for the past 20 years, all in hopes of being noticed. But it doesn't work that way. Serving coffee, sorting out the archive, and running errands for accountants are clearly important. Lower ranks don't have that much freedom. But that's what the night is for, right? An errand boy during the day is a real scientist at night. There are 4 hours to study and test the ideas that come to mind the day before, around half an hour to write down the thesis statement, and about 20 minutes to send them to the higher-ups for consideration. And when do you sleep? During lunchtime. If you sleep through lunchtime, when do you have lunch? An hour is too long of a time spent to waste on a meal. I pack something throughout the day. In critical cases, or with no time at all, I get a line. Well, I'm sure you keep plugging away like this, you'll be promoted in no time. Jeez. You don't seem to understand. It's not about diligence, it's about luck. That sounds, yeah, pretty on course. On par with the normal way of making it up the academic ranks. One of the papers I sent in the beginning of each workday is bound to be noticed by Heliodor, or even Euclid himself eventually. He will glance at the name and think, who is this Alain Igneos? His thesis sounds fresh and innovative, and the results of the experiments are extremely convincing. Wait, let me count. But you must have written a ton of such papers within 3 years. Yes, sir, and they have all been reviewed. No, wait, one of them actually was published in a Singlight newspaper under the name of Kleimin Motiljova. So you published it under pen name? It's your pen name, right? No. Higher rank steal ideas from the beginners? Unbelievable. Though on second thought, that's no news to me. Is this kind of a job in a Singlight really worth all the sacrificed nerves and years of your life? Of course! Sooner or later ambition is rewarded. The main thing is to survive to this moment. Yeah, that does not sound like a good time. About Melalia and alchemy. You compared Melalia and alchemy. Are they really similar? They are not just similar, they are dual. Judge for yourself. Alchemy is available to everyone, but humans are the ones to excel in it. Melalia is also available to everyone, but only Sahash are capable of truly mastering it. 2 arrows fired from opposite sides of creation fly toward the same goal. Isn't it fascinating? Fly from where and to what goal? Of understanding the world and immortality, of course. Alchemists strive for physical immortality. Melalos strive for the spiritual one. If we could only join our efforts, we'd become completely new creatures eventually. I like that lazy is just literally too lazy. She's not even listening in. Just stares at the sack and her smoke. If we could only join our efforts, we would become completely new creatures eventually. Well, boy, do I got news for you. Also, that sign on him. I feel like I've seen this before. But I don't know where. Like on some Veve or something. The world-conquering lords, creators of new life and new rules. Before I start marveling at this idea, may I clarify something? Is this someone's expert opinion? Can it be trusted? Am I expert enough for you? That's a loaded question. Well, if you would talk to me under your alias, it's a no, I suppose. Well, this is fine. I told you you're a disappointment. Don't get worked up about it now. Many of the ideas that gave rise to modern sciences come from unauthoritative singletarians, like myself. At the time, they are lacking funding and votes from high-ranking scientists. So similarly, I still have a chance to one day advance my ideas. Speaking of similarities. Ah yes, apologies, I got carried away. In alchemy, we turn to 4 elements. It is common belief that we mortals came to be as a result of their mutual influence on each other. The body stands for earth, breath for air, and blood for water, made burning hot by fire, while Shang substitutes for fire. Shang is fire. I didn't know that. We must be talking about different branches of alchemy. If you finished school before 427, then your surprise is warranted. At that time, Shang was attributed to the element of air. Oh. April 27. What? For those who do not practice alchemy on a full-time basis, there's no point in diving into the details. Things keep changing all the time. Okay, I'll live with it. Now, speaking of Melalia, if we talk about duality here, does this mean that Melalia also refers to the elements? Yes, sir, though in this case they correspond to the sensory organs. Melalia focuses on the dissection and transmutation of Shang, while alchemy takes a closer look at La. Are Melalo truly capable of transmutating Shang? I find it hard to believe. Each of them is capable of much more, but not everybody uses their skills for the benefit of science. Like Mare's Tail. Still though, let me just read that again, because now with this information I appear to have just read over it. But can Melalia turn Shang into a real fire? Okay. Okay. About yourself. I would like to know you better before we start working together. Aren't we already? Oh, yes, sir, of course. I would do the same if I were you. Hail Hydra. I did watch the second Captain America movie. And it's just really funny that they have to do this Hail Hydra thing to everyone. Like, what happens if you fuck up? Like, if you have this as a, oh, this one is also part of the organization and I have to tell them Hail Hydra, so that if they answered in kind, that I know that they are also... What happens if you fuck up? Hail Hydra. What? What? I'd do the same if I were you, because I cannot be trusted. I mean, I just came out of the woodworks. Though, I would go a little further and hire an agent to find your ins and outs, reveal secret motives, and compile a psychological profile. Okay. And as soon as I was sure that you are not up to anything shady against me, I'd gladly tie up a contract with you. But needless to say, we don't have time for this. I understand. You have to take my word for it. That's not what I was asking. If you are so distrustful of others, why did you trust me? Sorry. That... Yeah, because you looked like a bumbling fool in front of him. And you kind of appeared the same way to your whole village. I kind of feel bad for you. He also must have had the instant notion of, oh, I can trust this guy because this idiot. He couldn't even fool me if he tried. And what's more, set out to help. I've heard a lot about you from other hill campers. Even though most of them sided with Mare's Tail, not a single one considers you an evil genius or an absolute ruffian. Not a single one considers you an evil genius. Or a genius. Or even a halfway smart person. They simply expressed vague indignation and seemed more angry with the Madrook. And this led you to the conclusion that I'm trustworthy in need of your help. Again, why are we running? All of this points that they are not really actually mad in any way. You're not a singletarian, that's a key thing. Thus I'm 93.5% sure you won't stab me in the back. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like those eye hairs, and like we have them. I always thought that those would be just strands of hair, or an actual like a bling thing, as like, oh, I'm having an idea or whatever when he's talking, or maybe just that he is moving. Like indication lines of movement. Thanks for the high praise. But since you are a singletarian, shouldn't I be wary of you backstabbing me? Oh, don't worry. I'm so clumsy, I would have more luck stabbing myself. As a complete accident. Rowhorn. The little deer horn will do nicely as an earth sample. And as an addition to fish soup, of course. I didn't know that holofacet was so easily available in Latori. In Nuri, you have to dive minimum 10 meters deep to find it. Now, yeah, like I said, if it actually tastes like sugar popcorn... What was it? Something popcorn, right? Then we shouldn't find it easily here either. Like, if it is just delicious to eat, then we wouldn't be able to just find it as easily as that, right? Now, as I said, we need to prepare all the objects and catalysts for transmutation. And this is what you will do. Please take a look at the board. So what's up with this board? What am I looking at? This is probably gonna be like the last actual thing that I'm gonna do for now, for tonight. Because I kind of do want to have something left of this game as an end to the stream block. All the more weird when I'm actually solving this and then it will just end. No. We have a whole thing with Carium and Unifer still left, so I'm hoping that we're gonna have a good 2 hours left of this chapter. Oh, this board here is a prototype. It creates alchemical reactions between elemental objects. My colleagues and I temporarily named it Barrier Trial Modifier. My Singlighter developed it, so as you may guess, I need to give it a thorough trial. You don't sound all that happy about it. No, why, I'm happy to have it in my possession. I used to carry a lot of extra tools with me, but this board replaces them all. Plus, the tile modifier runs on electricity, which excludes using open fire as a fourth element. And I thought we wouldn't have like the thing itself as a representation, like we couldn't modify fire, so why would we have open fire as a fourth element when that is not... Wouldn't we have like blood or something like that then? True, there are only 3 diagrams in the board's memory, and all 3 are for Ascension, which is more often applied, and it's what we need precisely to create a Grigi. The board has 3 optional diagrams, and that's the only thing I understood. Yes, and you can switch between them and find the most fitting one. Alright, moving on. How about this box with some weird something? Catalysts. They each correspond to an element, same as the objects we are about to transmute. But there is 6. Then why do I look for anything else? We have got a whole set of required materials. No, these are catalysts. Their purpose is to trigger a reaction in an object of a similar compound. They also accelerate the transmutation process. Otherwise it would take as long as they suck. Each catalyst has its own label with a symbol on it. Same symbols you can see in the diagrams. Simple as that. I hope I was able to help you. Not at all. Hold on. How do I choose a diagram? And how do I figure out which catalyst must be used? You'll find all the hints in the diagrams. Just take a closer look. I assure you it's much easier than it seems. Oh. Okay, well, let's start with the least confusing one. Oh. Okay. Elaine, how do I know if everything is correct? The trial particles will change their colors. Huh? The diagram. It's golden now, right? The diagram will change its color once your object and the catalyst establish the correct link. Change its color so your object and the catalyst. Forgive me, but could you please stop distracting me? These tinctures command my utmost focus. Yes, of course. Sorry. Okay, so but all of them already are. I don't get it. Okay. Well, whatever. So you here. This one here. This one confuses me because it's clearly not. It's clearly more round. I don't really understand what I'm looking at. Quite frankly. I think I might be doing something wrong here. Yes, Elaine, I did it. Or I'm doing it right on the first try. Splendid. Now for the last step of Tetrasomata. But they were all already golden. I don't... like, I don't understand how I did it on the first try, but I did it on the first try, so it's fine. I guess. I'm just too intelligent for my own good. Splendid. Now for the last step of the of Tetrasomata. The objects you had procured must enter into a reaction with dead phoenix. A reaction with the dead phoenix? The golden tincture it took me so long to prepare. Lazy, would you please hand me the sack? How do you know your name? You never actually, like, introduced... What? When will the Griechi be ready? In just a couple more minutes. You can rest for now. Thank you both for your work. This is exactly what I needed to backstab you. Alain is from the Iron Sycamore singlet. From what I've heard, his experience of working there isn't great. He gets almost no sleep, doesn't eat enough. His scientific work gets declined all the time and he even gets plagiarized. I feel really sorry about him. Such lack of respect is surely undeserved. But on the other hand, he was lucky enough to get into and stay in the most prestigious new singlet. I cannot help but envy him. But if it is so shitty... he thinks that alchemy and malaria are related sciences. Now I see why he is not getting promoted. High ranks and he's instantly mean to him as well. High rank singularities generally disfavor any theories even remotely related to mysticism. It's quite understandable, but I see a point in what he says. And it's worth considering. He is a part of the Iron Sycamore after all. So, we did good? Yes. Didn't doubt that for a second. Well. Hey, let's run away together. Are you nuts? I'm balls. Oh, I didn't mean it in that sense. I'm leaving for Marquis. Once I tie everything up. You could move on You could move on in. Search for better. I'm leaving for Marquis once I tie everything up. You could move on in. Search of a better future as well. You could move on in search of a better future as well. No. Why do you? My brain is literally not. Even if I'm seeing it, you could move on in search. My brain is just like, yeah, repetition. Yeah, but I like his penis more. That's so sweet, Rui. But I'm far more concerned about your future. But I'm mostly thinking about other penis, so I'm not really that. What? Should you wanna know? That sounded really weird. Weird. Not at all. You are doing just the same by urging me to change my life all the time. Yeah, well, I'm a failure that amounts to nothing, and you apparently have many talents that you could follow if you were just not lazy. So, like, if I'm gonna urge you to find a better life, you're gonna do just fine. Me, I'm gonna botch it all up because I'm not good at anything. Well, we care about each other because we are friends. But there's one huge difference between us. I have a relationship. Yes, I tried drawing and writing books. I used to dream of meeting at Sore, possibly even speak their language. In other words, I really wanted to be like you. But I've never succeeded and I never will. So carry this can for me. So she has basically just already given up. But we have also never succeeded. Like, not to her knowledge anyways. Being frustrated with yourself doesn't justify giving up on your goals entirely. Let me finish my thought first. Then you can go on with the achievement speech, right? Anyway, I may lack your talents, but I managed to discover my own and find a path that suits me. And your path is not over yet, which I suppose is great. The journey itself is the best part of it all. When you are telling me about your life, be it failures or grave dangers, I always imagine myself in your shoes. That's messed up. One day, you'll get my cigarette butt in the eye. That sounds more like it. You're aware I'm just kidding. Elaine, what the... sorry, not now. Run quickly. Well, that's one way to get Mare's Tail attention. Elaine, I'm terribly sorry, but I assure you I couldn't have miscalculated. What happened then? I don't... Right, I know, it's the generator. I heard weird sounds. Should have guessed. I thought this ruin would kick the bucket during the show this morning. The model is so ancient. Discarding it right away is easier than attempting any repairs. This Mare's Tail person is an odd card. Neglect buying a new generator in favor of a fancy signboard. Recharging the sack spelled the end of it, apparently. Yep, that's the case. Okay. Oh no, it's all my fault. I wanted to help punish the opponent, but property damage was not in the plans. You fucked up again. Do we have Grigi at least? Alas, it was the first to dissolve. Weird. If the generator caused a fire, flames should have spread from the opposite side. Indeed. I guess I have miscalculated at some point. I shall talk to Charo Milalo and offer my apologies. He is definitely gonna backstab me. We'll have to agree on compensation, although I doubt the Singlite will go with the required amount. It may sound bitchy, but I would say screw it. But I'd merely need to confirm that the generator was running on its last legs. They'll blame me anyway. In any case, thank you for all for trying to help. Rui, Lazy, working with you on this not quite successful experiment was my honor. If you ever need my help, any help you want, send a letter to my name at the Iron Sycamore, Singlite. I'll respond immediately. Unless it's lunchtime. Yes, of course. Or he has to consume a line. And now rush to the tourist camp and pretend that you were never here. Alright. Damn. He would be the perfect character to backstab me. Come on. He would be an absolute brilliant backstab. Sorry. Damn. Well, at least Mare's Tails got his penny worth. But still no Grigi for me. Well, he just has to come over to Universe, so honestly, it all works out, right? What is that anyway? It's a Mystics only special artificial fang. As you might guess, Mare's Tail has it on him at all times. In this case, I'm suggesting a plan. I do not have poison bombs, unfortunately. I thought I did. I thought the game gave it to me. But unfortunately it was not in my inventory. So, I'll go back to the fireside. I bet Rusko, Mare's Tail and his assistant are already there. I'll distract Rusko, the assistant, and try to send Mare's Tail back. You'll need to sneak into Mare's Tail's bar though. I doubt the door is locked right now. And wait for his return. You're not suggesting I beat him up, do you? I'm against violence, and I'm not much of a fighter anyway. I can tell. You're neither a fighter nor a lover. Just a general failure. Give me some credit here. No one's beating anyone. Just try talking to him. After the show, just lead him to Unifer. That's literally all we need. Just kidnap him. What? The poison bombs would have worked exactly fine to threaten him, right? After the shock he's been through, his eloquence will go out the window. That's for sure. After all, he wasn't prepared for this kind of show. Or, I don't know, beat him up if he chooses the hard way. That would be perfect if I'm gonna get beat up by him. I'll pass. Thank you again for helping me out. Don't waste your time. This time it's on fire. Wait, what was updating? The Grigi. Looks like I'm destined to get the Grigi from Elias himself. And Elias is destined to give it to me. Through force. I'm going to use all my wits and imagination to get this soft-spoken chatterbox right where I want him. Or maybe I should follow Lazy's advice and use intimidation as a persuasion method. Exactly. Although I'm going with the VTMB rules. Those are two separate ones, so use intimidation. Even though this doesn't align with my ideas of solving problems. The smallest, cheapest, and most typical Vardo you can imagine. For a talker like him, who is all about show, this does seem like a weird choice. Is there really nothing else? Most of this has been completely focused on maintaining. I'm missing something, but I don't know what. Oh, Griechi, there we go. Unlike Beldring's Griechi created using alchemy, the process requires quite some knack, skill and attention to detail. I didn't quite catch what exactly. But you can just first try it and, yeah, you know. I actually was kind of worried about the puzzles. I thought we would be stuck there much longer than what we were. Because the other puzzle with the light projector was quite frankly like not super complicated, but I was basically stuck there for like 20 minutes or half an hour. So I expected this to be kind of going the same, but it was just so neatly all already in order. And apparently our alchemy team lacked one of those. Now I understand why Griechi is so valuable. Rui. Elias. Why are you looking like a pastor now? Are you here to talk? Then let's go inside the Vado. I must admit, Rui, you're as cunning as unpredictable as a weasel. And I almost believed you were a mere victim of big deception, but I got deceived myself. You have burned my stage down. Decided to take revenge. Scare me. I'm not afraid of you. And if you ever dare to harm me, then you won't be able to harm me. I feel like I should probably save, but I'm not quite sure why. Because this is all gonna end up in the same place anyways, right? Like, I doubt that the game now has a state of failure where I'm just like, oh yeah, I took the wrong option and I fucked it up. What deception are you talking about? Victim of deception? What deception? No, I'm not going to discuss this with you. You're the real master of the Medrook, that's for sure. Yeah, that's precisely what you said at your performance. That's one thing I fail to understand. Why didn't you let the crowd grab me and even help me escape? Because I thought you were sane. Although the hill campers' testimonies counted against you, your behavior was completely normal on the stage. I even allowed myself for a moment of dismay. What am I doing? Denouncing an innocent Sahaj, who then burns my stage to the ground. I knew there was something dangerous about you, something otherworldly. I should have followed my hunch. Wait, are you trying to play with me? Fine. What's the use of hiding it? The Mioc bracelet did give me power over the Mad Rook. So he and I are pals now. I had a hunch he exists. Many spirits have appeared in the Latorian legends for a reason. So tell me, is the Madruk a Tsuri? Do you nurture, does he actually fool me with believing it himself? Or is he trying to just put on a show? Do you nurture him with your vital force? Yeah, he is definitely a semen demon. You nurture him with your vital force so that he can stay. Hey Luna, quite late for you, eh? But I'm glad you're catching us at at the ferry station. We have to stream late at night because otherwise Twitch is just gonna ban it. You know how it is. I just have to... yeah, eating dinner, exactly. Cheers, yeah. What are you having? Pizza? DoorDash? That he can stay in the stream without fearing the flow of time. Or did you do it without a maverick? It's all because of the Mere Oak, right? Or is the Mere Oak a maverick? I have no... sometimes this game is just very confusing. I don't think I can simply reveal my secrets to you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Mitknacker, oh god. Well, that is the perfect food for 5:30 in the morning. Well, I'm streaming, so I cannot actually tell you anything else. But hey, finally, you see the chat up there, right? You do see Ozzy just, hello, oh no, furry, I'm out. But I'm sure I can convince you of this game because it is very chill, has fantastic music, really nice colors, just a very chill experience. Perfect to eat to. I have to know, explain it to me. I'm a researcher first, Melalo second. Others don't need to know this, but you. Oh, I'm not gonna have all of those words explained to you because half of them I still don't know or have already forgotten about, and there's just too many. But I really like the atmosphere that it has. You're really feeling like you're, some Synthi-Aroma. Yeah, it's Synthi-Aroma furries. Furries it is. Yeah, see, that is, if that's the choice, then you know exactly. Very good. Also, from what I've posted in the Discord, this game has some weird into self-deprecation and just completely depressive little nooks and crannies to explore. Well, you can't really stray from the path. It's very much a straightforward visual novel, but yeah, sometimes it is kind of catching me off guard with like, oh yeah, how about not being alive? That would be a start. And I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You're the Kamito of the Madruk himself. I've sensed it. You have the scent of someone who is drunk the ink. Drunk Zori's blood. What are you driveling about? We're on the same side, believe me. You can tell me everything. I'll understand you. Will you let me meet the Rook? Please. I've been looking forward to seeing him all my life. Okay, so what he's on about is he's a mystique that has been in my camp, or like my group's camp, and has been performing, and he kind of dragged me into his show and made me out to be an enemy of the people, because the Madruk is an evil kind of demon entity. There's like 3 different worlds that are interacting with one another. So don't even try to understand it. There's like the stream, the plane, and the slough. And there's mortals. The mortals are the furries. That is what I'm constantly like. There's mortals that are furries. Then there's human-looking, not mortals. And then there's Zorai, which are kind of spirit entities, something close to it. Kind of like yokai, if you want. And yeah, like he has made me out to be in cahoots with the Met Rook. And that is why my gang of people hates me now in the camp. And we have been on the run and trying to drag him out to go to the... I don't know. I honestly don't know. Just because this game is chill and I do not want to go back to loneliness either. I don't know. Yeah, no, honestly, I just want to use my time streaming or... I don't know. Making it seem like I'm doing something useful. Which I'm obviously not. Yeah, although I am getting tired, so, you know. And I do not want to play this for too long, because I still want some left for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day that I'm gonna be streaming. So tomorrow we'll go probably relatively late as well. And like I said, I do want some of this left. Maybe even end it with this. And I have no idea how long this chapter is. With early access games, it kind of always comes out to it that the projects are getting longer. And the first 2 chapters were around 5 hours long each. Like 4.5, 5. I played 2 hours yesterday, I played 2 hours now. So I'm hoping that it is about 6 hours, so that we have tomorrow then another 2 hours. So yeah. Please, I've been looking forward to seeing him all my life. I know he's done the irreversible and killed a mortal, but I also know it's not his fault. The star rain has driven him mad. Okay. But you seem to keep him under control. He won't hurt anyone now, will he? Were you truly talking about the Rook at the performance? So you were really talking about the Rook at the performance? Sure. Him and no one else. Ah. I assure you, I know all the details of the story, but I believe you have already heard them. So, will you set up a meeting for us? I don't know if the Rook would wish to see you. You haven't... this, again. Straightforward. All of those options, like the game gives me options. I don't think they actually mean anything. It will all go down the same path. So, why are you alone tonight? What has happened? It's rare for you not to find someone to play with. And to be so desperate to actually prefer furry stories and beans. What, is everyone else busy? Or are they playing games that you don't have? Not actually alone. Okay, dein Würstchen zählt nicht als Company. I don't know if the Rook would wish to see you. You haven't spoken highly of him all this time. And I'll apologize to him in person. Bring me to him, please. If you insist. Well, but first up, I'm gonna have a look around. So much for a candle muffle. This stove is only good for cooking scrambled eggs, butter toast and coffee. And the latter constantly runs over, even if you never blink away from it. Don't think it's time to change the towels. These are merely coffee stains, not dirt. Sure. Really? Looks more like a cum rag to me. And there's already mushrooms growing from it. Well, just like at home. Chocolate nut spread? That's right. Homemade. With spreads? I have a refined taste, you see. Of course, you're a mystique after all. And that's why I can afford both chocolate nut spread and luxurious premium spreads. And we eat them separately, in case you didn't figure that out. Spreads are for me, spread is for Ingrid. And do you eat spreads without bread? Let me guess. Are you asking for a sandwich? Oh, yeah. Me? No. I'm more shocked that he's actually eating together with Ingrid. Alina, you have an idea that I have no idea who that is, right? So, sure, I'm sure your imaginary friend is there with you. Late night hallucinations are completely normal. Don't worry, figments of the mind can be your best friend as well. Or Elbalayaman. I can never pronounce that right. Fur care products. And from Neferukayeth herself, no less. These cost a fortune. I mean, he has pretty fancy hair. Also, they all have different horns. Quite impressive, by the way. Self-respecting men should keep their fur in perfect order. Especially if they have the same snow-white color as I do. The light is bright and even, rare thing for a Vado. True. Didn't expect to see a typewriter here. I like that we are just going through all of his stuff and he is like just proud. I mainly use it for writing performance scripts. Performance, like bad-mouthing me. There's a shelf like this and small Vados. If no one sleeps on it, it gets stuffed with all kinds of rubbish. But the rubbish usually remains there until the end of time. Even a random guest has nowhere to spend the night. Well, I'm not a random guest. Mochi ice cream. Okay. Well, enjoy. I'm only eating sweets as well, so I can't actually fault you for that as well. Or either. Is that a Digimon? Is this just dinosaurs and Digimon stickers? I guess he really does fuck Ingrid. I thought she was really just an assistant, but if she's set up here. Taylor's mannequin and the sewing machine next to the table. Obviously Ingrid's tools of the trade. A house in a foggy field, or on a foggy hill. I wonder if the picture holds any meaning to Elias, or is it mere decoration? Of course it holds meaning to Elias. He talks about himself in a third form. All Milalo strive to reach the house and the paper gardens. Each of us has our own image of this house, and mine looks something like this. Wow. I don't really wanna get to know your psyche, so nah. Have you commissioned this painting from an artist? Of course. Although, not all of my wishes were interpreted correctly. The angle does not quite suit me, and the house is supposed to tower above the viewer, suppressing it with its presence. Ah, okay, yeah, no, that definitely did seem much too normal for him. Well, as usual, the result matches the prompt. Why 2 liters? Like, do you have two 2-liter vodka bottles with you so that you can take one in each hand? Or is there one bottle that actually has 2 liters? What kind of vodka bottle has 2 liters? Okay. Well, why not 27? Whenever I'm going with a random number, I always go with 27. That's just ingrained in me. It's the most random number that I can possibly think of. Apart from 5. Okay. Okay. Strong drinker vibes. Are you taking me to the Madrug or not? Well, yes. Yes, I am. Is there something? No, okay. He is supposed to be in cahoots with this dude. This Veve brings good fortune to fishermen and protects boats from holes. A good Veve, but it's high time it was replaced. I've never heard Veve were supposed to be replaced. I thought they are just meaningless drawings. Well, some Veve really are meaningless drawings. Ordinary people don't bother to think about why the Veve is supposed to be applied precisely by Milalo, and why they should be updated. See, but I really like this. I did not have to ask him about it, and he actually does have text. Ordinary people don't bother to think about why it's supposed to be applied precisely by Milalo, and why they should be updated. Besides, you can't just draw any picture and expect it to protect you from misfortunes. I guess updating the Veve costs a lot of money. Only fools and do-gooders provide their services for free. Wait, but then I do want to know. Too bad the hill campers neglect Crypsian steel. It's the only thing that could save your lands from the spread of the Flat. Does this mean you could travel through timelessness with a Crypsian watch on them? It is doubtlessly a handy tool, but not an omnipotent one. It works only in the stream, as it's literally fueled by time. But it's still good as a barrier. And rest assured, a watch made of the steel will never stop. If Crypsian watches are so amazing, why does no one use them? This material is rather expensive. Just as I thought. And then I do want to know what he has to say about all of this stuff. The local undertaker seems to have plenty of work. Most stakes, especially those in the distance, appeared during the epidemic 20 years ago. I don't remember what kind of epidemic exactly. Pale eye or something like that. In that case, you were lucky to survive it, wouldn't you say? Sure, I guess. Yeah, don't worry about it. There's a whole mindscape full of characters. Like I said, those are characters from the plane that are supposed to be mortals, but then there's also the world of mortals, which then hosts the oh no, which way around? I'm getting just here. Okay. I'm just getting turned around. And then the flat is the world of the immortals. There you go. The immortal Sorai. And then there's also half-bloods. And then there's the concept of Shang and La, which is basically the body, La and Shang, the spirit form. Don't ask about it. Just don't even. It's just gonna cause your brain to hurt. Lazy sounds like my... Well... We literally just met Lazy. And yeah, this definitely sounds like your description. Shangri-La, exactly. That is exactly what I actually said as well. It's the first thing that just comes to mind. Shangri-La. Well, it's the Asian concept, right? The Shangri-La as a place like in Tibet. Lazy, this languishing beauty is my school love. Predictable, isn't it? A long time ago, I tried my best to attract her attention with my drawings, fantasies about the flat and Soray. She liked this very much, I guess so. So we began to spend a lot of time together, but she was seeing guys who had a straight fangs and didn't wear glasses. Means I had no chance. I was friend-zoned. But I have gotten over it. Yeah, no, that definitely seems appropriate. A devoted friend who bangs the hotter dudes. She also apparently tolerates my stupid antics and is always ready to help. Which, yeah, definitely. The many school girlfriends you know that tolerate your stupid antics and are always ready to help you when there's nothing but friendship. Yeah, no. Damn. I do not believe a single word this game is telling me. This sleeping sentinel with those ineffective clocks of his. What do you have to do? Hello there, Tribatun. Today you're more mysterious than ever. I hope your smile bodes well. Actually, it's weird that he doesn't have anything to say about that. Okay, but basically what I'm going to do. What a mysterious sign wrapped in red thread. It's a clear indication that there's magic going on somewhere nearby. Is that so? It's a barrier meant to keep evil entities at a distance. But there is no restrictive seal on the plate. So it's either an oversight or... No time to explain. To the house, quick. Or an invitation. What a bore spending one's entire day on a beach under an umbrella. Lifeguards are true heroes since they endure this tedious torture. Oh no, I'm not going in there with you. Why not? I can't say I remember the abandoned house being in that direction. Well, how unfortunate. Whoops. Who said anything about the abandoned house where we need to go? This is the star rain, Veve. A bad, bad symbol for Tsore. And what does this mean? I reveal secrets to my students only. This is no invitation, in case you may wonder. I wasn't fishing for it, in case you may wonder. I can feel him. Oh, holy names, I can feel this might. Oh. Oh, it's just you touching my butt. Hi, Melalo. My name is Juniper. Now we are getting to the good part. Hot furry lady in leather. I know that is what you were waiting for. Strari, silly, but hold on. Where's the Madrook? He couldn't come. Consider this a prank from him. Here. Come see what this stuff looks like. Give it back. Never ever. But Unifer has a different opinion. What in the world is going on here? And what do you all want from me? Nothing else. From now on, you'll have to chat with Rui. For the record, he harbors a grudge against you. But it's alright. It just can't be my imagination, and I felt... Have you completely lost your marbles, attacking a Milalo and pulling out fangs without permission? I'm a guest in the camp. I'll report you to the sentry. Well, the useless sentry. But you may, of course, appropriate other people's bracelets without permission. It's mine. Mine. I've paid for it. But where do you have it? Why do we know he has it? Also, she really just ripped out his fang. I told you I was making an order for the Black Baron. He'll twist my neck if he learns that I let some mystique take it away. Do you realize you're ruining my life? Well, you're ruining mine. Led me to some bandit to have her pull out my fang. I will tear out the rest of your fangs too as a souvenir. Or you can tell us everything right now. I have nothing to tell you. The Mirok is mine. I was looking for a jeweler to commission, and Rasko promised me to contact his cousin Rui. Rui's work cost a trifle, even before the discount Rasko arranged for me. But Rui's gone nuts. He has made some backroom deal with the Madrook and accepts no one but the mythical Black Baron. Wait, so that is why you set me up? You wanted... He wanted my jeweler services for dirt cheap, but because I'm only taking Black Baron orders, he instead just ruins my life. Like gets me to be the victim of the camp's superstition, and takes my Mirror bracelet order from the Black Baron, who is then gonna be out to kill me. Like, wow. I thought he was a sham and just, maybe even just be crazy himself. I did not think he would be mean or actually trying to get me killed, because my character is constantly talking about how everyone is set out to kill me, but I'm not really quite sure if that is really the case, or are they just mad at me a little bit. But no, yeah, the Black Baron, as the name suggests, is probably not the best one to have an expensive, rare kind of jewelry that I'm supposed to work on for him vanish. Not only is he unwilling to do a refund, but he also hid the bracelet. And then he also burned my stage down. Who is the victim here? Rui, is that true? I have never heard of it till now. That little liar. You don't understand who you're messing with. You don't understand who you're messing with. You're obviously holding something back, and since you aren't willing to do it the easy way, well then come on, open your mouth wide. I'll choose another thing. Why is she intimidating to him? There's nothing more to tell. Leave me alone. Shall we, Rui? I think we shall. Destroy us with him. Compared to the Malalo, you coped well. How did you manage to lure him in here? He wanted to see the rook. I was so nervous that she really went along with it and has no idea. Okay. I was so nervous that I gave him a long song. I was so nervous that I gave him a long song, a dance. Okay. Like, even the words that I should know, I'm not really quite sure I understand in this game. Together with all of the weird setting, and like there's a lot of Czech, Slovakian mysticism stuff, like that Sinti, Roma kind of lifestyle stuff, and again, the game's own kind of mysticism, world building. But yeah, beside all of that, sometimes the language is also... Then they are talking in accents. Ugh. But I managed to wound his pride. That's probably why he agreed to come here. And I told you were going to do fine. We're a good team. You tore out his fang, just like that. Which, yeah, is pretty damn impressive. He's a bad guy and deserves some pain. A tiny handful of pain. Okay, the tiniest of pain. Because it's actually quite easy to pull out the Grigi. Yeah, perfect. Finally you're gone, so I can go to sleep as well. Like I said, I don't even want to play too long, because I want something left for tomorrow. Because then tomorrow I'm gonna get Diamond in backpack battles. Definitely. I promised that I would get Diamond in backpack battles, because that is gonna prove that I'm not a failure of a human being. If I'm successful in a game, in a game's demo, then that proves that I'm worthy of being around. And then we also have Chronicles of Tal'Dun, which I kind of want to see if there's an iteration to go with. I have no idea how far we are in it. And yeah, then 2 hours of this just to actually have an ending, I think. So yeah. Okay, the tiniest bit of pain, because it's actually Really quite easy to pull out the Griechi. Well, since you have finally obtained the Griechi, yes, I'm immediately proceeding to prepare the medicine. And that... I think that is a really good endpoint for me. So, Luna, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed your your knacker. And I'll be back tomorrow, probably afternoon. Like that. Backpack battles early on, and then story games later on that night. Anyways, have a good one. I'm gonna see you. Cloud Era, the Crown of Leaves. Well, thank you. That's great. Steam. Unable to sync. Yet another crime. 3.9% of players have this achievement. Violence is not the answer, but Juniper has a different opinion. 2.9% of players have this achievement. Stars shine over the lake and the waves rocking you pleasantly. 1.2% of players have this achievement. Why is there so few that have that? Huh. Ooh, the Crown of Leaves asked various artists. Ooh. Downloadable soundtrack. This is additional content for the Crown of Leaves, but does not include the base game. Oh, so 99 cents for the soundtrack. Huh. Yeah, that sounds great. I think I'm actually gonna buy the soundtrack. Good music for a good game, exactly. That's the most upvoted thing. Yeah, this game actually deserves way more attention. Did we actually have Lazy already? Huh. It looks like Lazy already showed up in chapter 1. But I completely forgot about her, and I think that she did not actually... She did not really appear in the Mindscape encyclopedia. Huh. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna be on tomorrow for the last day. The last day of streaming. Goddamn, this week has just flown by. I need something like a month to stream again at some point. Just I want to stream way more, but then I know I'm gonna get tired of it again, so I don't want to stream with any regular schedule, but it is just too little time, I think. So yeah, Chronicles of Tal'Dun, we are probably just not gonna finish that. Like, I've now played 6 hours of the Crown of Leaves, but that was with a lot of extra reading. So like at least 1 hour was just extra. So I hope that this is not just gonna be over after the last little bit. I'm gonna be saddened if if this is just over like literally in 20 minutes now. But yeah, Chronicles of Tal'Dun, we have 4 hours in, but most of the time it was like at least 12 hours that people played. So Chronicles of Tal'Dun, probably longer. This game has like 15 hours from people played. So I'm hoping that I'm just a very slow reader, basically. Anyways, tomorrow, sleep well, Luna. I hope to do the same. Tomorrow then I have a lot of chores left. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really not looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. You're gonna go sleep. We're all gonna go sleep. And then tomorrow, we'll be back super fresh, super refreshed for at least 15 hours of streaming. Nah, but I did not have any problems with my voice this time around, which I normally always have when I'm streaming. So I'm kind of glad about that. I also never got sick when I was streaming, which is something that can happen otherwise. So yeah, good. Was pretty. My what is that? Anyways, yeah. Have a good night. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye bye.